My son on that game round there so loud.
Can't hear it.
Oh, good.
Let's rock.
It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. We live up in. What happened here? We live up in. We're live. We live. It's Tuesday.
You gonna start sweating in that thing you got on this.
It's my
Chinchilla. That's your chinchilla.
This is what this is a hug yourself sweater.
Okay.
This
I
when
love
you're
it.
lonely. Hug yourself.
Well, let me tag you good folks and let's get into the intro, shall we? We are live on this Tuesday. I don't know. I just feel like singing. La, 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 la.
Ooh.
That too much?
La, 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 la.
La, 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 la.
La, 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 la. We are live on this Tuesday. We're Tangy Tea of Life, baby.
Tagged us?
Yes.
Thank you.
La, 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 la.
La, 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 la.
Ain't Christmas
Tangy
yet.
of Life. This is where we talk about any and everything. Welcome. I am your host, Veronica, back with you. Yes.
You ain't got to hit your bell. I got you.
Thank you so much. Over here to my left, Vic White is back with us tonight. All right, Brother Fatine, all the way from WBLS radio station, New York, is with us.
What up?
And we have my girl Sophie back with us tonight.
They don't like to see me dance.
Girls rock. Do that body.
Hope you don't know me.
Girl.
I'll stop. I'm standing up breaking.
We are back on this Tuesday. So glad to see all of y'all faces. Everyone out there, thank y'all so much. Hey, Nicole. Thank y'all for coming and joining us on this Tuesday. Hey, Sly. Thank you so much for the stars. Appreciate you. And all of you out there watching. Yes, Tangy Tea of Life. We are back together. Excuse me, once again. How's everybody feeling on this Tuesday? Y'all good?
Terrific. Terrific.
Huh?
Terrific.
Terrific. Yes. How are you?
We
Victor?
good. We good.
How was your weekend?
Nothing to talk about.
Oh, okay. Sophie, how was your weekend?
My weekend was not much to talk about either. I seem to keep getting tested in the area. And I would just say, it's for my good. But I just work in church.
Work at church.
Work in church.
That'll work. Hey, Thomas. All right, Fatih, how was your weekend, sir?
It was quiet. It was quiet. Just quiet. But I wouldn't say, I thought I was on vacation after last Friday. But when I went to send out the email to everybody to let them know, I realized I don't go on vacation until this Friday, which makes sense. The week of Thanksgiving and the week after Thanksgiving, then come back for 1 week in December and then go back out to the rest of the end of the year. well, not the end of the year, the first of the year after New Year's. So I got a lot of vacation. I don't take a lot of vacation.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Reverend Sharpton don't take vacation. That's for my full-time job. That's not my BLS job.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, but just to extend the weekend into Monday, because I thought I was on vacation. My cousin Angel Brown. Some may know her, some may not. You know, she's the daughter of my cousin Pat Adams. Some of y'all know that she lost her husband Lavander last year on Mother's Day.
Mm.
And I thought so one of her girlfriends was at the house, and when I came in, you know, I just speak. And from what I heard, the young lady said that I would be a good candidate to come into what the North Vista Elementary School as part of the program that they have of men or men/fathers coming in to read to the children. So I scheduled for yesterday, and I went in. And I had such a great time. Those kids are energetic, and I spoke to a kindergarten class, and just these young kids are more advanced because they go into school earlier. Parents are putting a little bit more into them, and they just was just a lot of energy, and it just feels like when you give back, and especially for our children, because the children are our future, and that really made my day. So that was good. And then yesterday evening, I got a chance because sometime my other cousins play softball doing Tangy T down at Florence Field. And my cousin Harmony is 8 years old, female that plays softball. And I got a chance to go to her game. I cooked yesterday too, between that. Really domestic, you know? I'm serious.
Look at you.
I'm telling you, but that's how I extended into my weekend.
So let me back up because I kind of thought about something. First of all, I'm gonna just say 212.76. I'm gonna just say 212.76. And then I'll move on from that. So I had a chance. I don't know if y'all know the Price twins. So I had a chance to hang out with them Friday night. So they got a club in Bishopville called Tees, right? By the name, it's not what you think it is. So I went into Tees expecting one thing and was completely blown out of my shoes about how lovely this club looks from the inside. But I was asked to give my honest opinion about the club, and the only thing I can say is it's in Bishopville. When I tell you this is probably a club that should be in Charlotte, should be in Atlanta, should be in Indianapolis, could probably do numbers in New York, but it's in Bishopville. And I expressed that, and I told bro, I was like, it's no hate, but it's in Bishopville. And I hope what I see you get out of if you get out of the club, what I know what this club looks like, y'all gonna make tons upon tons of money. But it's in Bishopville. I can show you pictures of this club, and I swear to God, it will give you zero justice on what this club actually looks like. But I'm telling you, this is one of the nicest places I have been, I know, in South Carolina.
Wow.
But why don't they market? I mean, you know, yeah. Well, I don't. I mean, I only been to Bishopville one time. Well, passing through, but one time I've been there. But you know, why don't if it's that nice, then if you market properly there's an adult club, right? Why you say no?
It's in Bishopville.
What does that mean?
It's deep in Bishopville, or is it?
What does that mean? I don't know that. I don't know what this means.
It's in Bishopville.
Haunted houses in Bishopville, people go.
Yeah, one time a year, bro.
Yeah,
like, I'm not. It's in. So I sent y'all the pictures of what it looked like on the inside. Like, bro, it's in Bishopville. So
Yeah,
They could be.
they
They can
do have
market
a
that.
nice setup.
They can market
Nice
that.
setup.
no, they can't.
They can't.
No, they bro. Homegrown. It's in Bishopville. No, they can't. I'm not driving from Florence to go to Bishopville. It just ain't happening. It's in Bishopville.
Gotcha.
The only
Yeah.
way they gonna get it, they got to let them young boys in there. Them young
Yeah,
boys. Are right.
Shonda. Yeah, Shonda asks, is it Club Tees? Yes, Shonda. That's what it is. Club Tees that Victor is talking about.
Yes. Club Tees is so dope, but it's in Bishopville.
Well, if they can make some kind of money and then expand out or whatever, but again, there's always a way around something to make a name
That's what
for
I was
itself.
wondering. Tyrone is like,
Always.
if it's
Yeah.
right off the Bishopville's off the interstate. That was my thought. If it's off
Yeah.
the interstate,
So
close.
let's play devil's advocate for a minute. You know, all of us live. Veronica lives in Darlington. I guess the rest of us three live in Florence.
Right.
So you got to jump on 20 and drive 40 minutes, towards Columbia to a club. We all know what we do in a club.
Is it food?
Yes.
Then you would win me. I'll
Yeah,
drive.
we can work it.
Because my
It can
problem
work
would
it. Just get a
be if
designated
I
driver.
come, I'll
Yeah.
come for food. And if the food is good, and if the interior is, I don't know. I didn't see the pictures, so. But I'd come. I don't even drink, but I come for the food. If it's
They
good.
have, I think, 6 private sections in that club. Like, when I'm telling you, it is dope. And they catering 25 women, 30 for men. And I was just like, okay.
Wow.
My whole thing, I'm hung up on the Bishopville part. People will ride. Don't get me wrong. People will ride.
They're right.
But the type of man that I am and the type of money that I spend, I'd rather take my chance in Florence than to go to Bishopville.
Yeah.
That's just my thing. So
It would have to be like an intentional, purposeful. I mean, I get what you're saying. I know Bishopville.
So I'm telling you, if you ever in that area, if you want a good time, take the Bishopville exit. It's like a mile and some change off the interstate. You make a right. The club is on your right. The Price Boys has got a dope spot, but it's in Bishopville. That's the only hang up that I see.
I do go to Bishopville quite often
At what time?
during the day.
Okay.
And that's to get my water from the well.
Now I'm telling you, like, the food is great. The prices for the alcohol is phenomenal.
Wow.
But I'm not driving to fucking Bishopville. It just ain't happening.
They always used to do little things. When I say little, I mean, as far as like the club scene and hosting things. So they're back on the scene, huh? Because I haven't heard from the Price Boys in a little minute.
I mean, I'm not trying to put their business out there. They doing their thing, but I think this is one of the spots that they're into that is just them.
Thank you.
It's just them. And when I tell you them boys did their thing in this club, they did it.
Okay.
But it's in Bishopville.
Well, shouts out to them.
Yeah, shouts out to the Price Boys. Hey, shouts out to them for showing me an excellent time. Nothing against the other one, but Rico showed me a really, really, really dope time. You know what I'm saying?
Why don't we give them a few minutes on the show to talk about the club?
You're doing too much. You're doing way too much. Just hey, WBLS New York, stay there. All I'm saying is they did a great job.
Well, thank you, Victor. So that's what you did this weekend, huh?
212.76. That's all I'm gonna say after that.
Play
212.
that number 212 because that's my birthday.
212.76. Okay.
All right.
Anyone want to know what I did this weekend?
What did you do this weekend, Veronica?
Thank you, Sophie. So I tear down some walls, and I pretty much worked all weekend.
Did you tear down some walls or somebody else tore down some walls?
I helped tear down some walls. Okay. It started out as a plumbing issue, and then it turned into remodeling the entire bathroom. So I was like, oh, I want to get my hands dirty. Like, I love doing different things. I love, exploring and doing things. And right now I feel like I can build a house.
Mm.
Okay, a dollhouse, but that's it. Sorry. Sorry.
But yeah, I felt good about helping out. My boy, we call him Junior. He does a lot of work, from plumbing to electrician to all that good stuff. So yeah, he allowed me to help him. What do you call it? Mud. Knocked down some walls, put the mud on the wall, and getting ready to sand the wall. And yeah.
Stop. No, you didn't. Stop. No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Veronica, ain't nowhere in the hell Junior let you mud a wall if he had to sand it. Ain't no damn way he did that.
We haven't sanded yet. We mudded. Now I got to go back through and sand it.
Okay.
If he's on here, can Junior watch sometime? He'll tell you I did a great job.
Junior not watching. He remudding the wall.
No, Junior. If she put mud on the wall, Junior over there sanding right now, because ain't no damn way I would let you mud the wall if I got to go back over and sand. Ain't no damn way.
That's why he kept telling me, don't put a lot of mud on it because you're gonna have to sand it. I'm like, I got this mud.
You about to find out. You about to find out. Ain't no damn way I'll let you mud the wall and I got to sand it. Ain't no damn way.
I'm telling you. And he was like, oh, that looked real good. Yes, I did. Evidently, you didn't.
Well, Veronica's used to mud, so what the hell.
I am used to the mud. Mud girl. Sophie, you have to go with us next year. A bunch of us go to the mud thing, the mud where we crawling in mud and all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be ready.
We have a great time. But
you throw everything away once you finish, right?
My sneakers that I wore the first time, I washed them and they came out really good. My oh my gosh, what do you call the sneakers that I wear?
Skippies.
Skips. Like when I go to Jamaica, get them throwaway shoes, like Sophie said.
My Brooks. I love Brooks sneakers to work out in and stuff. So I washed them when I got back home, and they was good as new. Yeah, they came out really good. And so I wore them that second year to the mud run. That time, it was like, okay, we're done. It's enough.
So
yeah, it was.
Let me back up for a second. You wore a pair of Brooks to a mud run.
Brooks are not cheap.
Thank you. And you
they
threw them away?
The second time. No, I didn't throw them away. I mean, they still like workable shoes, like I wear around the house. I was about to say. Yeah. Because I have like about 5 pair of Brooks.
That's
and I switch them out. Yeah, they are expensive, but they're really, really great sneakers. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. People got $1,000 to throw away. I know where the money at.
No, definitely not. And I didn't get all 5 pair at one time, but I have to
$1,000, $1,000.
Yeah, but they're really great shoes. But yeah, I still have those. I just don't wear them to the gym and work out in them. So, but yeah,
Yeah, I'm down. I'm
um,
definitely down.
you say you
I'm down.
about okay.
No, I'm down for the mud run.
Yeah, yeah. I'll let you know. And right now, if we get our tickets, they'll be pretty reasonable
She
because I
Okay.
think they're
Can
like
I go there too?
No.
she lying. I'm just letting you know she lying.
who
Who
line?
lying?
The
Me?
person next to Fatima and under you, because I guarantee you she won't be there, and you could put a bookmark on it, November the 19th. I guarantee you. I'm willing to bet a pair of Brooks
If
on
you
that.
don't know me.
I bet a pair of Brooks on that.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, bet.
Ooh.
It's a
Don't.
bet.
Ooh.
What we need to do,
Okay.
Pinky?
Oh,
What we need to do?
bookmark this.
You gonna sign something? Bookmark it. However,
November 19th, 8:31.
take a picture. Let me
Worry,
screenshot this right
you ain't
now.
got a screenshot it. It's already in.
You know
There
what,
you go.
John?
What John say?
Something crazy.
I don't even see
So
Big Bro.
He in there. Well, why do you feel like I lied? Like, why do you think I'm a liar? Because now, like you say, let me wind back. Let me go back.
go back.
You have shown yourself to really express some serious doubt in the things that I share, and I'm not understanding why. Like, I don't warrant any of that. I'm not a liar, and one thing for sure, at this big old age of 44.
Mm.
Ain't not a nobody can say that I've ever said I was gonna do something and I didn't. Oh no.
You
Checkmate.
finish? You finish?
Oh my mama. Oh.
Oh my
You,
goodness. Oh my.
you finish?
Yeah, I'm finished.
So let me say
So
this.
that's fine. So when the mud run comes, I'm gonna make sure that I ain't even gonna ranch off. I'm gonna find you
Right.
So can I
muddy.
say my
Go ahead.
rebuttal?
Sure.
So not knowing you're a very busy person, things come up from the outside, looking from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Um, your schedule is very hectic. Like I said, I don't know you. You don't even know the date of this mud run, and you already committed to it. So all I'm saying is she didn't give you the date, didn't even give you the month.
Well, I guess that's because I remember when they did it this
Can
last time, early
I
part of this year.
can I finish?
Mm-hmm.
Knowing what the little bit that I have seen, I will take my chances on a pair of Brooks that you ain't gonna make it. It has nothing to do with you being a liar. It has nothing to do with that. All I'm saying is you don't even know the details and you committed to it.
I do know the details. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Veronica,
it's
when the
not like
mud run?
I'm totally. I know when they went. This early part of the year, I remember. I knew people that went with them. Like, Vic, like,
Mhm.
stop. But we'll see, cause you don't already open your mouth. So, Perry Brooks, I wear 9.5 in women,
Veronica, when the mud run?
and my favorite color is pink.
9.5 in women. And they don't have them in men's size, right? Because that would be
They
seven
do
and a half
have
in
both.
men.
They
It'd
do.
be
They
seven
have
and a half
men.
in men. If I had girls.
Veronica, when the mud run? Exactly. She don't even know. So that's how I
Wait
know.
a minute.
All I gotta do is scroll back. I know that it's almost been a year.
May, I think.
Yeah.
May,
Okay.
yeah,
So what I
It's
get when you
not
don't
cold.
show up?
May.
What I get?
What you want, Vic?
A
Yeah.
Subway sandwich.
Okay, I got you. Got you, Dave.
May, and it's in Charlotte again next year. So yeah.
That's good. I got a question for you, Veronica, before we get on to this show. There's a couple
Yes.
people texting me and saying, let's move it, let's move it, let's move it. It's a little
Yeah.
slow. So you've been kind of busy, and I got checked. Not to use the word masseuse, but massage therapy. How's that going with you?
Not a masseuse.
Thank you, 15. So I did a thing. And I don't know, you guys saw my video, whatever that I made. I I've been going to school for half of a year, and um, it's been kind of hush hush. Like a lot of people did not know because I'm always moving in silence. I've always been that way. I always, move in silence, and when people know what's going on, it's like I'm done. Here it is. I'm finished, or um, but it has been an awesome journey. I went through some challenging times while in school, but I never stopped. I never missed a day, except for the storm. When it stormed and the roads was bad, I wasn't taking my chances riding up and down I-20. The school was in Columbia. Like I said, it was awesome. The school is not only for massage therapists, is estheticians, is cosmetology, is a medical, what is it? Medical records, CMAs, um, barbers. They now have a barber college there as program there as well. And there's one more thing I think I'm missing: nail technician. So all of that is at the school where I was going. But I went for massage therapy. This is something that I wanted to do way back in since 2004 when my son was. I don't even think Chad was born yet, but I was going to make that decision back then, but like I said in the video, it just wasn't time. God didn't see fit for me to start school for massage therapy. I stayed in radio, and after all these years, 26 years in radio, I decided to make a career change. I gave up my career in radio back in March, and it has been a blessing. I do miss radio, but I just felt like it was more for me to do. I love people, and I love meeting new people, and making people feel good, and inside and out. But
Whoa, pause. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
this has really been a blessing. So yeah, getting on that road every morning, heading to Columbia it was at times it was a lot. It was a lot, but I stayed prayed up, and I kept moving, and I wasn't going to stop. I was not going to give up. My car broke down. Well, first, before my car went out, um, I had a that's when I had that blowout 120. I was on my way to school that morning. I could have easily said, I'm not going to school. This happened. But I came out. That's when I took the pictures with the sheriff officers, and a guy came out from a tire dealership in Bishopville, who I still go to today because they were so super nice. So I take my car there now for oil change and all that. But came out, changed my tire, blah, 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 blah. And I went straight to school. I got there late, but I still, made it. Then probably like a month or two later, my car completely went down. That's when Victor, remember I was telling you about the what was it? The fuel pump went out in my car.
Yeah.
But so I had to take it to the Ford dealership. I was without my car for 17 days. I got a rental car for 17 days, and I didn't miss not one day of school because I was so passionate about getting it done. So this journey, I just said to say that this journey has not been easy, on top of other little things that been going on in my life. But I made it. My last day of class was last Wednesday, and graduation is this Friday. So I am super excited. Thank you to everyone who supported me, who knew about this journey I was on, everyone who prayed for me. And, I still have ways to go. Of course, I got to take the big tests, but it's going to get done. And I'll be a licensed massage therapist. So shout out to everyone as I sip my tea, everyone who had my back, who was there for me. And who went on this journey with me, my friends and family. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Tyrone. Thank you to all of you out there who said congratulations to me and all of that stuff. I appreciate y'all so much. And to you out there who want to start something new, if you want a different career change, if it's something that you want to do in your life, do it. Do not hesitate. Do not listen to the naysayers. You can do it. Anybody can do whatever they want to do if they put their mind to it. So here's proof. I'm here. Proof is in the pudding.
So
yes.
I got a question. Can you do your hair like this for a second? I just want to see. Yeah, you ain't giving no happy endings.
Oh Lord, you better leave that alone. Real quick, two things, Veronica.
Yeah.
Two things. I agree with you about the career.
Those are therapeutic hands. You ain't giving
Not
no
happy
happy
ending. Not happy ending hands.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I agree with you, Veronica, because I made a career change later in life. In radio, I wanted to go full time, and I left J.P. Morgan Chase in Manhattan and did not have a full time gig. And I was in South Carolina. I was in Walterboro when I got a call for a position for Reverend Sharpton's nationally syndicated radio show. Mm-hmm. And I interviewed, and they said, well, you kind of light because you only produce a 1 week show, 1 hour, 1 week show at the particular time. But I did that. And now we're going on 19 years of that. And I've been in WBLS/KISS FM for much more than that, but that was part-time. So you're right. You can do a career change. And I have an electrical engineering technology degree. So you can do it. So whatever you put your mind up to do, just go and do it.
Yes, absolutely.
And one more quick thing. I don't think we mentioned, if he did, then apologies on me, that the incumbent friend of ours, Darlington, South Carolina, sheriff, was it James Hudson Jr.? He lost. He lost in a very close race for sheriff, and I don't think we mentioned that. And, he's been a friend of the show. He's been on twice when he was running. I think he's been on, before, a little bit more than that on other issues. I don't, I hate to, he was a very good person. I know, know him much better than I do, but did lose in that close race.
Yeah. Shouts out to Sheriff Hudson. Thank you, Brother Fatima. Tyrone, you should do it. Do it, bro. Go for it. Tyrone, if I can find the comment I read from my phone, but he said he's been thinking about becoming a massage tech. I feel like anybody do it. I tried to get my son. I thought it would be so neat. I tried to get my son to go with me to school, and we could open up our business. It was going to be called Mother and Son Spa, Mods, or something like that. But of course, he declined. But whatever.
No. I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna say this. This is just me. I can't give no massage for no longer than about 27 seconds, and that's it. that's about the max. That's max, and I got to go. So,
you got to go where?
Oh my God!
Here we go.
Yeah,
that's when professionalism comes in.
Ain't no that's why I'm not in that profession. So, women,
pervert too.
I ain't starting.
Let me say this. How can a man be that with the person who he's sharing the space with? I'm trying to be PG because I thought you was combing your.
She good.
Oh, I thought you was combing your sweater, so I see you combing somebody else. So what I'm saying is when it comes down to giving your partner some therapy, because we are so physically attracted. I'm so physically attracted to the person who I'm with. I can't see too many things move so much and then me not want to react. I don't have that kind of restraint in me. I'd rather send you to a professional and get you there versus me trying to rub out a knot. I don't have that in me.
Well, at least you know that.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna come from a different direction. I'm just going there. Hell with it. You know, when I was single, it's just the same thing. You know, because like Victor asked me to come out a lot, and when I was single in New York, there were certain things that I had to learn to do because of the prerequisites of meeting women. Dancing, going to the club. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't smoking. That if I didn't choose to do that, I didn't do that. I never felt that. But I had to get out there. You had to dance. And a lot of women would talk about, they would deal with guys, and males, men, whatever, and they just wasn't attentive. And one of the things is giving a massage, and for 27 seconds, I know what Victor's saying, but on the realistic side, I had to learn that. And one thing I learned, I'm not a massage therapist like Veronica, but one thing I learned about offering women massages is that it helped me as well, because when you're massaging and if you're really doing it, I hear what Victor's saying, of course, that massage, majority of the times I wanted to turn into something physical, but it slowed down. It's like meditation. If you're doing it right and you concentrate it slows your breathing down. It's slightly like meditation. So I got benefit out of it. We all got benefit out of it. So from that perspective, I looked at it from a different point of view. So it is what it is. But as the other male on here, I used it. So we all benefit from it. That's it. That's it.
You
That's
get
how I
pleasure
roll.
out of being.
That's right. There you go.
Pleasure
So I ain't got
out
time to be, but you got, if you're gonna jump in with women, jump in the right way. Jump in all the way, baby.
All the way.
All the
Wait a
damn
minute.
way. Stop. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Bro, that's
somewhere in this damn room.
it was romantic,
lying.
brother. Yeah, be romantic, man. Men don't know how to be romantic. That's why that's why I got a lot of women, because a lot of men just didn't know how to treat a woman, bro.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. They just
Wait a minute.
all they want to do is get on there and hump. Oh, sorry, your daughter did. But bottom line is they don't know how to be romantic. I said what I said.
All right. So since you want to go there, let me take it there. This the
let's go.
same guy that said,
Okay.
if she walk out the room, I'm looking. I ain't never turning my head. Like, bro,
Yeah,
what
right.
the fuck?
And I'm a never turn. Yeah, right. That's right. So what's the problem? If I'm massaging someone and it's probably gonna go. If the woman is gonna allow you to massage her, dude, come on. You pretty much know where this is going.
No,
But
I don't.
I did.
I'm gonna say this. This is me.
That's you.
I don't
Go
put
ahead.
myself. You say what?
No, this is you. I'm agreeing with you. This is you.
I don't put myself in situations that I can lose. So I'm going to always try to keep the sanctity of whatever relationship that we got. If Veronica came to me and said, Vic, my shoulder hurt, I'm going to give Veronica $100 and tell her, go down the street and get a massage from there. I'm not going to put my hands on her. Veronica
Vic, my
tell
shoulder
you.
hurt.
Veronica,
My shoulder hurt.
Veronica tell you, even when we out, I don't even sit right next to her because I always keep a boundary in the space just in case it could be perceived as something else. I always separate myself from anything that could be perceived as something else. If I put my hands on you, I'm already entering a zone and we're connecting on a level that if we are just friends, I don't need to be touching you to start with. I don't ever want to make a woman feel good who I'm not sexually attracted to. So me rubbing out a knot to my friend, I'm not doing that shit because I'm not going to open that door. It can be perceived as something else. I'm just not doing that. You have said numerous times, yeah, if my friends come over here, I'm looking. And I'll tell you off the top, you can't take a shower in my crib. If you take a shower in my crib, I'll leave and come back to give you that sanctity of whatever it is you got going on to make you feel like this nigga ain't peeking around the corner looking at me. That's how I move. We just move different.
So he's kind of mixing too. So when it's a friend like that, I get what you're saying. I was talking. I used the word when I set this up. I used the word when I was single. When I was single, I didn't have just basically friends. When I talked about friends looking, you're forgetting one part. You're forgetting one part. I was talking about. I said my wife's friends because I used the example when my wife's girlfriend came and her cleavage was out at my house, and I said I wasn't turning my head. My wife had to talk to her and say, "Yo, button up your shirt because you're not going to make Fatine feel uncomfortable in his house." That's what I said. I'm not turning my head. My wife's friends, you check your friends when they come in the house because this is my house. And if they got their cleavage out, they got tight shorts and they asses jiggling and they moving around the house, I'm not going to feel uncomfortable in my house. I'm not doing that. I'm not turning my head and bowing my head in my house and I pay the mortgage or rent for. No, that's the part you're leaving out. I'm not talking about friends that I don't cross the line with. And friends that I don't cross the line with, I can give a massage to without crossing the line. So it's called restraint. And that's like just being a mature man. That's all to it. It's just all being a mature man. I just think that Victor is right. Don't put yourself in a situation that you're going to lose or you're not comfortable with. I respect that. But I know who I am and what, and I've been around women that I've been aroused that are friends that I don't cross that line because it's called respect. We can't, well, for me, can't sleep with every woman. And I give those women that respect. And that's the bottom line.
So let me say this. So you took a shot, subliminal shot. You saying being a mature man has.
Yeah, well, I'm being a mature man.
Can I finish? I didn't interrupt you not one time.
Okay.
You said being a mature man, you showing restraint.
Mm-hmm.
Being a mature man, you wouldn't put yourself in a situation that you have to show restraint.
That's you.
So you're right. That's my definition of a mature man. So Cheryl says you must be leaving because you can't control yourself. I can control myself by not putting myself in that situation. I know me. I know that there are some situations out there that can be perceived as something, even though it's not there. Therefore, if I can foresee something happening, I'm not going to put myself in that it can be portrayed as Vic was coming off as a fucking pervert. I'm not going to do that. So, with that being said, I show restraint by not putting myself in those type situations. That is called control in my definition.
And there's no debate for that. And there's no debate for that because that's who you are. And if you thought it was a shot, it wasn't a shot. But if because that's who you are, and I'm who I am. So, and I roll differently than you, and that's how we are. That's it. But I'm not going to debate that because you're putting on the table who you are, and I think that you should put that on the table everywhere. Every man and woman should put on the table who they are and how they roll and how they move, and I respect that.
That kind of goes into this email letter.
Here we go with this shit.
It never fails.
We and Victor do not know anything about it. Me and Victor don't know where we gonna go.
Y'all were the intro to the email.
Oh,
right.
Exactly. Don't even know it.
So I'm gonna ask y'all this. So women, I think Veronica kind of answered this, but I'm still pose it to her. So I'm gonna just leave it alone because y'all ain't gonna answer it seriously. So I'm gonna just leave it at that.
No, please.
You're not gonna answer the question seriously.
You said I already answered it, so go ahead.
All right. So would you go to your friend's home with her not being there and her husband be there, and she tell you to go, hey girl, run up in the house and so-and-so gonna be there to hand you something, at the door or something like that? Would you go?
At the door?
At the door, that's different.
I'm saying, would you go to your homegirl house and her husband?
He's expecting me and he's supposed to hand me something at the door? Yeah, I would do that.
At the door. I'm not going in the door. That's a fact. But at the door, absolutely. If she tell me to go and pick something up for her, yeah. Her husband's going to hand it to me.
I ain't going past the door. Yeah.
See, I ain't even going to the house at my home.
And I may even have her on the phone when I'm going.
So then, I mean, you would say, no, I can't do that.
I'm not, Tyrone say leave the door open. I don't know about that. Don't leave the
Put it
door
on
open.
the
I
porch.
want him at the door. I want him to hand me whatever it is at the door. I'm not going in that door.
I
Absolutely
mean,
not.
that have to really be like something that's, you know, planned and all of that. But I mean, what's bad about that?
It's just I didn't say anything was good or bad. I just asked the question.
Okay.
But you're saying you're not going at all, Victor?
No.
Even if the wife or girlfriend is handing you something at the door, you're not going?
Nope.
Well,
So if John was married and John was like, bro, I need you to run to the house. I don't have my wallet and I can't leave. My girl you gonna tell him no? Okay.
John already know not to ask me that because he know I ain't going.
Call me, John, because I'll go.
I know.
Of course. See what I said?
We know.
You know I'm going. You know I'm going.
We know.
Because you're going to hand it at the door, and ain't no problem with that. Let's get it from the door, and let's keep it rolling. That's it. We cool. We cool. That's it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem on that
No.
note. Unless it was a thing where like
See?
I mean, I'm trying to like make sense of it because I don't understand the whole point of the question.
I don't understand the point either.
But I'm just saying, like, I if it was a thing where it's like my friend husband is a pervert anyway, like, or something like that, where I'm like, oh, we already kind of like know, like,
why you diving deep into the whole question?
I'm leaving it alone. Okay, let's go to the email.
Yeah,
no,
let's
the
go to
whole
the email.
question is
relevance of the whole point. I don't understand.
Because I don't see.
There's doubt in your mind as you think about it. It has nothing. Nobody said anything about pervert. Only thing I asked was.
Doubt. I guess I was just trying to open it up.
What is the problem? I just don't understand.
But if it's simple, I mean, I guess it's just.
If you bad down here that Negroes just don't trust one another and everybody's dipping. I just never. Where is there any line of trust here? I'm just like, why? I mean, these kind of questions, like, I wouldn't even go to the house. I mean, like, why?
So
it just don't make sense.
So let's back up. Y'all just took a simple question and turned it into this whole entire scenario.
I apologize. I was trying to make it more.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Big head, nigga. So
yeah, I was
trying.
Shit. We know she ain't nobody new. Anyway, so I said I wouldn't go. Y'all said y'all would go. Didn't down y'all, just said it is what it is. Then it turned into trust, pervert, all this other shit. Bro, if you will go, you will go. If you won't, you won't. That's it. Just answer the question. It doesn't have to be this deeper scenario than that. People have preferences. You said that. So why are we turning it into a different thing about
because Victor, for me, you have a pattern of this, and I'm like trying to figure out why do you have this pattern? Because I'm trying to understand it. A lot of times, me and you talk. I've learned. I told you, and I appreciate. There's things that I don't agree with, but I understand that's you. I'm just trying to find out this understanding of this pattern here, because it seems like there's no trust here. You know, like if I'm in a relationship, I can't hold a door for a woman. I can't. It's a pattern with you. So I'm just trying to figure out. There seems to be a trust pattern here between men and women for you. That's what I'm asking.
So let me say this. It has nothing to do with trust. That's just the solution you come up with. When I say I won't hold a door for a woman, I've always said this. Like you say, you're leaving out a part. If I can't make the woman at my house smile, I damn sure ain't putting a smile on nobody else's face. So when it comes down to my homeboy asking me to go pick up something from his house, it's not that important if you can't give it to me. I don't have a relationship with your woman to even go to your house without that. I've seen so many times where shit can get perceived as something else. That's my whole thing. I'm not pulling my truck in nobody man's yard and your neighbor see some shit and be like, I'm reaching, but the shit happens. People come to my house. I'm a single man. Somebody come to my house just to pick up something. Hey man, Vic, man, I saw this damn white Honda in your yard, bro. What's up with that? It's like, my nigga, I can't just have somebody. That's my cousin. Like, I don't even want those type of problems. Shit like that happens. It may not be prevalent in New York, but in the South, there's so many nosy people down here. You have to move a certain type of way just to keep some type of privacy and sanctity inside your relationship. Like I said, it's general, it's regional. KC says Victor don't trust himself. I trust myself because Vic ain't nobody gonna say shit about me because I know who I am and I move the way that I move for these amount of years with zero flaws on my name.
So Victor, I get that. No counter. Yesterday, I dropped somebody off to the doctor's office, right? And I brought that up and about how, because that I noticed that down here, and I'm not trying. I'm not changing the South, but I ain't changing me neither. I talk to a lot of people, a lot of females, and if they're friends, they're friends. I don't give a damn what your perception is. I don't give a damn. Because if somebody pull up in my yard and that ain't none of their business. But like you said, people talk. I do get that. I ain't trying to change the South, but damn, I ain't gonna let the South change my ass neither. So that's how I roll. And like I said, I dropped somebody off yesterday to the doctor's office. I talked to different females and all have been platonic. That's how I roll. I don't give a damn what the perception is because I'm not gonna allow people to change who I am if I'm not doing anything. But I do understand and I do see what you're saying. Things are done differently in regions. And here it's I call it Mayberry, where everybody know one another, everybody knows everybody's business, and everybody talks everybody's business. So I do understand that, and I do respect this region, but I'm gonna move like I move. But I do understand what you're saying. So I understand what you're saying.
So I'll say this about, not taking a shot at New York, but there's a lot of apartments and condos and high rises and shit. In the South, you have a personal driveway. A car parked in your yard means something. And I've always said this, a car parked in your yard and where it's parked and how it's parked means something. You back in my motherfucking driveway, we better be doing it skin to skin if you think I'm gonna let your shit sit like that. I'm telling, like, you may not see that, but as a man that's been raised in the South for 43 years, if I see a woman back in my homeboy yard, I'm like, damn, bro, how long y'all been dating? That shit means something. That means she backed in the yard for a fucking reason. What kind of shit was she moving out the trunk to bring up in the crib?
See, go ahead, Victor. You finish.
But as a man, when it comes to men, a lot of times we want to keep the peace in our homes as well as with our circle of friends. So some of us try to alleviate the bullshit like that. So I'm just leaving it at that.
And I see what John said. John was saying, I was responding to John. He was saying, Fatin, ain't about where you from, is about where you at. I can't take my country ass to New York moving how I move here in South Carolina. And I'm responding to you, John, and saying, I'm going to move like I always move, but will respect the region and my location. I will respect that and understand how it moves. And I may tweak it a little bit, but I'm still going to be who I am.
I feel like that's the problem when it comes to relationships, marriages, or whatever, is there's too many nosy people. Why are you worrying about who car parked in my yard, how it's parked, if it's backed in, if it's, they drove it in? Like, what business is it of yours?
None.
What car is at my house?
None. It's not. But I'll tell you this, V. If let's just say I came to your house and I had 5 different vehicles, and I came to your house on a Tuesday in my truck, then I came in my BMW, then I came in my Jeep Cherokee, and then the other day I came in the Tesla, and then your mama say, well, dog, Veronica, you got a different man over there every Tuesday. You gonna let me know. You gonna tell me. You know what my mama said the other day? Every Tuesday, Vic, even though that's you coming over here, that it's a man in my car, you're gonna subconsciously, that's gonna be in the back of your mind when somebody else bring it up to you. All I'm saying is when you see shit like that and you see things like that, you tend to move differently. That's all I'm saying. Once somebody makes you aware of something, and it can be so innocent, you will tell that other person what somebody said, and then that other person like, well, shit, I might need to move different. Now I need to come to Veronica's house every day in this Jeep Cherokee just to keep the peace so nobody else ain't in our fucking business.
And you know, and that's why I say when I get my next house, I'm moving off the road. Like if you come to my house, you're gonna have to, when you come back there, you're gonna be come back there to be nosy. There's no other reason. Where I live now, yeah, you can definitely see who's in my yard or whatever like that. I'm not you're right though. There is some nosy people that need to be minding their business. As Nicole say, them people need to stay in their lane. Like, come on.
She say that, but she don't live down here. She don't know what we go like. We talking about
They
a
still
driveway,
need to stay in
bro.
their lane.
Yeah, they do. But guess what? It's public property. Your driveway is public property. People gonna talk. And that's one thing we can't stop is people spreading fucking lies. Because they ain't gonna spread the truth. But they gonna always
somebody put on Facebook, people gonna talk anyway. So
No matter what.
It's no matter what. So I'm gonna be who I am.
No,
with their asses.
No,
that's all to it. To it.
I'm gonna try to curve the lies if I can. I'm gonna curve the lies, but I'm not gonna sit here and keep. If old people will tell you some shit, baby, you don't need to be moving like that. Well, grandmama, you know, I ain't moving like that, but it don't look good, baby. You need to change some shit up. Whether you doing it or not, you need to change some shit up because it don't look good. That's what the old people used to tell you. You better follow that shit. Make that nigga park in the backyard.
I'm not. You see him. You see him.
Damn right.
Don't worry about. Don't worry about
2024. This ain't 1804.
Well, Carol, you say that. But Carol, you know, Carol, I'm gonna just say this. We can't do that. We can't do that. We can't do that.
But why are we so worried about what people saying?
Because we are. Victor is right that we are. Victor is right because it does go in your subconscious. It does go in your subconscious. You got to be strong enough to be who you are and what you stand on. But Victor is right that some people don't want to deal with the nonsense and the mess, or they want to correct it. So if they hear the lies, they want to correct it. But I do understand what he's saying. But for me, I understand because perception becomes some people's reality, even though it's not reality. I understand what he's saying. I just lived through life to the point I'm gonna be who I am at the end of the day. But Victor is right. If you do have to tweak something so you don't give off this perception.
Who are you hiding from? Who are you worried about?
It's not that. Veronica, have you ever met someone that you thought they was one way, but they was completely different? Because everybody was exactly. That's what I'm saying. If you keep moving the way you moving and everybody's thinking, oh, this guy right here, he's got 100 women. He's sleeping with everybody. But then when you meet this guy and you realize, well, damn, they just friends. Like, and then you meet this dude and you be like, well, bro, why the fuck you move the way you move? And then he's like, well, I don't give a fuck. How many missed opportunities that he has missed because of the way his persona is perceived?
And
that's what I'm saying.
And what happens with that, Victor and Sophie and Veronica, that's what I'm saying. It happens and it could stop. Let's just say us men. We get labeled as the ladies' man. They call me that on the other show. And you get that perception. It can stop a good prospect from approaching you because of their perception. That perception, like I said, becomes their reality. But then in life, we have come to hear things about people and then get a chance to meet them and realize, oh, the shit I heard about you, or the way I perceive things, that's not who you are. That's why you take the time to get to know people and get to know who they are instead of what you hear about them or what you perceive about them. That's what life is about. And that's what communication and open communication is about.
So your perception can keep me away from getting to know you. There's probably some really good people out there that I just choose to stay away from because their reputation perceived them. I'm like, I don't even want to deal with that shit.
And that could be your soulmate.
But guess what? It can't be my soulmate because that is not the type of lifestyle that I want to be a part of. I'm just talking about just meeting. Like, there's been some people that I've been in the company of, and and people have been talking to them. I'm like, I ain't even going over there to speak because I already know how this type of motherfucker is. I ain't even on that type of time. And they could be cool. But because their reputation is this, I don't want nothing to do with that shit. They can't be my soulmate because I don't move that way.
You know, somebody said to me before, and again, I'm not changing, but I do, you know, like I said, I'm who I am and I'm not changing, but I do understand some of the things that Victor's saying. Because somebody said to me, a woman, adult woman, said, you know, I notice you have a lot of female friends, and if I'm in your life, you don't need all those female friends. And I said right off the bat, I'm not cutting off my friends. I may move differently. Of course, I'm going to move differently if I got a woman in my life, but I'm not cutting off my friends. I'm not cutting them off, but I may move different now because now I'm not a single man. Single man, I can go out to eat, I can go to a movie, I can do this with friends or whatever. But if I get somebody in my life, I said to the person, I'm not cutting off my friends because we're in a relationship. Because the person said to me, well, you don't need them as a friend because you got me. That's selfish. And no, I'm not doing that. But I will possibly move different. Yes, because I'm going to respect my queen. Definitely going to respect my woman. I'm going to respect my wife, my fiance, my woman. I'm going to respect her. But if somebody's been a friend for 20, 25 years, I'm not going to cut them off that it's been platonic. You understand? You know,
I mean, we talked about this last
week? We did. So let's go to the email letter. Let's roll.
But definitely have to. I mean, respect goes both ways.
Yep.
Our friend Emily posted something earlier today, and I saw it. It was like on Facebook.
My gal. That's my gal.
It says a grown man who needs multiple women is unhappy with himself.
So Emily, you said he's talking to me.
Hey, and read what I wrote.
What did Victor write? I didn't see. I can't
see it because I can go to her page, but I had screenshot what she said. I just saw the first part where you said he just doesn't fit your narrative, but that's okay too. We all judge people. That's all I see.
So read her statement again.
A grown man who needs multiple women is unhappy with himself.
And I said he just doesn't fit your narrative, but that's okay too. We all judge people who don't do what we consider normal. That's what I said.
Right. And I say that, and you know, I got a lot of respect. Yeah, I got a lot of respect for Emily. And one thing you said to her one day, Victor, I didn't comment because I didn't think I need to comment behind you because it was the same thing. I should have just said ditto because she put up, you know, natural, and you made a comment. It was a very it was a positive comment, and I like Emily. That's like you said, she's one of the real ones. But sister, I disagree with you, and I'll say it straight to you. And I know you're a strong sister. I get tired of women telling us men. I'm getting tired of y'all women telling us men who and what we are. Don't tell me that because I have multiple women, I'm so-and-so. No, that may be my preference or my choice if I'm a single man. I have that choice. Long as I'm transparent, I'm not lying, that's who I am. So I don't like, because I don't like to tell women certain things, and especially them being women. I can't tell you women how to be a woman.
Well, let me
You
say,
understand?
actually, she didn't like write that. She actually shared
Shared it.
a
Okay,
post,
okay,
and
okay.
that
But
post,
she shared it. She
the
shared it.
post
So,
came from a man.
But you
huh?
know what, Fatim? I
The
don't think you
post,
have to be transparent and honest if you don't want to be.
Well, I believe in choice. I believe in giving a woman a choice at the end of the day, because it's called, for me, I look at it as respect. I want that woman to know. I don't want her to hear things and then I want to give her that respect. We talked about that. So if I respect myself, I'm gonna respect the person I'm rolling with. You understand? That's because I never like to hear when women say men are dogs. I never like to hear that. So for me, I just felt being truthful, because then they could say, "Now I'm not gonna move with that so and so," but at least he told me that up front. So that's why I said that.
So what is she choosing you, or she's choosing your lifestyle? Or she's choosing the whole package.
She's choosing how we're moving. How if I'm saying, I date different women, or multiple, I date or whatever, and I'm not looking for a relationship. It depends on what she's looking for. If she's looking for a relationship, then it's up to me to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to invest this time in. But if I'm not looking for that relationship, I'll tell her, listen, I appreciate that, but I'm not looking for a relationship at this particular time, because I'm not even thinking about a commitment at this particular time. So if she wants to continue to remain in that, we go out and hang out, then that's cool. If she don't, that's her choice. I'm not going to get mad, and I never should get mad, because she has that choice to do that.
all right, well, let's get to this email letter. Victor.
Victor be thinking, boy.
No,
I gotta
because
get Victor. Me and Victor can have some good conversation. You know me.
yeah. So what Nicole is saying,
Uh,
I agree with her from the point
There's so many
from a female perspective. I agree with her. A man that has female friends has options. I get it, but you have to dive deeper into the relationship of that female friend. Yes, she is correct with what she's saying. Yes, a female friend is always an option, but that's not always a plausible option. Not always. A female friend is an option, but it's not always a plausible option. So I'm gonna just say that.
Well, speaking of a female,
Here we go.
thank you all so much for tuning in to Integrity of Life. We appreciate y'all each and every Tuesday. For those of you who have not spoken to yet, we see your comments coming through. Appreciate you. So, when it comes to sexual attraction, this is the email. When it comes to sexual attraction, I believe it's crucial for both men and women, but so more men to be upfront about their feelings and intentions, as it helps create a foundation of trust and understanding. Often, women find themselves questioning a man's true intentions, especially when there's um, ambiguity
What?
ambiguity. Ambiguity.
surrounding physical attraction. This uncertainty can lead to confusion, insecurity, and even heartbreak. By clearly expressing your attraction and desires, you give women the opportunity to make informed decisions and avoid potential misunderstandings. Moreover, being open about your feelings demonstrates respect for women's agency and emotional well-being. Women appreciate a man who communicates honestly, as it allows them to feel more confident and secure in the relationship. Of course, it is essential to express your attraction in a respectful and appropriate manner. Consider the context and timing when discussing your feelings, ensuring that both you and the woman you're interested in are comfortable. Ultimately, honesty and attraction can foster healthier connections between men and women if encouraging open relationship, understanding, and trust, elements that are crucial for any successful relationship. So I encourage you to take a leap of faith, be open about your feelings, and give women the respect and clarity they deserve. Most men will not do that. They will lie up front. So my question to the men: can you be serious? Can you be serious with a woman up front?
I already answered this. I already answered this. So let Victor go because this is what I've been saying all night. So I don't have nothing to say.
That
I
whole
told-
shit is that whole shit is stupid. So the way I look at it, it's like she's been dogged out or whatever by a man. But basically, we don't deserve the same thing that she claims she been given. So basically, we don't deserve clarity and honesty, but she does. Like, when I hear letters like this, first of all, thank you for writing in.
Yes.
But you have to go into a relationship, and John always talking about discernment. You have to choose better, and y'all don't. As soon as you get hurt and you get over that hurt, you choose the same motherfucker that you just had.
Mm.
The same one. Like, when are y'all gonna switch up? Some of us square niggas, we out here. We just at the house. We don't be out at the club and in the fucking gym, and we don't be at the damn bar. We don't be there. Baby girl, you got to catch us at the damn grocery store on a damn Wednesday. Catch me at the damn water bill place paying my water bill because I ain't gonna be in there that damn long. Like, the type of guy you want and the type of guy you attract is always fucking different. Know that.
Wait,
So,
let me write that down.
Yeah. So I'm gonna follow Victor on this because I am gonna comment on this. So I'm gonna follow Victor on this. Is that I do agree with Victor, that probably her past experiences have not been the greatest. I disagree. I agree that some men lie, just like some women lie. And I'm just from the perspective of a relationship. I'm not throwing women in the pot just to throw them in the pot. I'm just saying that you're all one-sided in this. And when you said men lie, you didn't say some men, you said men lie. You put it on the bullseye on all of our backs. And I've been talking about transparency pretty much all night, even though you wrote this letter before I said what I said. This is why I say what I say. Women do deserve this respect. But I've experienced it on the flip side that women have lied to me for whatever the reasons is. That's why I say men and women are not really no more different than one another, just as for our gender. Some women do lie, some don't. Some men lie, some men don't. But I do agree with your transparency, which I've been saying, because everybody is due that respect. So from a man, since you wrote it and asked us men, yes, from a man, you deserve that respect. And respect goes both ways, my sister. All right? That's all I got to say.
So let me say this. I had to write something. I usually try to keep a notepad. But you know why married men cheat? Married men cheat because he was upgraded to the standard of an average woman. Understand that. So as a man, I'm walking through this world, whatever. The moment I get in a relationship, baby girl gonna say, Vic, you need to put some lotion on your hands. Vic, you need to make sure your hair cut once a week. Vic, this is what I like. Vic, this is the way I like for you to smell. This is the way I'm gonna buy you this shirt. I want you to wear this, and this. So she's already done spruced me up and polished this fucking lump of coal until now I'm shining bright like a diamond and all these, and I'm not used to this attention. So then you send me out in the world, and now I'm shining bright that this woman done put all this hard work into, and now I'm getting all this attention that I ain't used to. And then I go out there and do something fucking stupid. You get what I'm saying? I don't think, and it goes both ways. It really does go both ways. You know, you can take a girl off the street, clean her up, and take her out of the club, make her into a wholesome woman. Now every nigga out there in the damn world want her. It's something about being kept is attractive because it's like, well, baby girl, I ain't got to do that much work to get him now. This nigga was walking around ashy and dusty. Now he cleaned up. I want him now. That's the law of attraction, in my opinion.
I do feel like a lot of times, you know, I'm gonna speak because I'm a woman. I don't know how you men feel, but I do feel like a lot of times, we in a relationship with someone, and you know things that they wasn't doing when they got with you, you know, you kind of shape them into who they are today, and then they move on, and you're like, wait a minute, I didn't. I don't want to say made you this person, but I didn't shape you into this person. You know who you was before you got with me, and now you know we're not together. And now I want to like choke you because you didn't took what you got from me, and now you putting it into someone else. Like what? You know, like I think about that sometimes, quite often. Um, you know, after being with someone, and now it's like here they are off with someone else, and you know, living off what I didn't brought into their life. Do y'all feel like that, or am I the only one?
Feel like, can you sum it up? Because
Feel like, you know, you made someone who they are, and now y'all not together, and it's like, oh, now you want to take those talents to South Beach, something that I didn't, you know, built on you, were, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, now you this person. Oh, now you want to open the doors. Now you want to. I mean, I just use that as an example.
well, I think a relationship is all about learning. It's all about stages. You know, when it comes, and I'm gonna just say it's all about positive reinforcements. If I know that you saying opening doors, and I get a certain reaction out of you, then I'm like, okay, damn. Every time I open the door for V, she put a smile on the face. I'm gonna do this for this other pretty lady out here. I open the door for her, put a smile on her face, and then in my mind, I've learned that opening doors for women, yes, it started with you. It did. Holding your chair, doing all these things, everything you do with your woman, everything that puts a smile on your face, yes, I will put in the back of my mind and apply it if I'm that type of dude to everybody else. That's the baseline. You are your woman at home to a man, to me, my woman at home is the baseline. I know this puts a smile on my woman's face. I at least know if I do these minimal things to make her smile, I can make you smile, and I just have to do just a little bit more.
Mhm.
Random flowers at your job, random notes, just telling you, good morning, baby, how you doing? Text you first. Fucking text you last and first. Wake up in the middle of the night just to text you, just thinking about you, whether I was or not. I know this type of shit that you like. If I carry that to my next relationship, I can get that much farther, that much fucking quicker. It's all a fucking game. Not a game as if I'm playing a game, but it's just all part of the game.
Mhm.
Let me respond because Sophie got to go too. So let me just respond back to both of y'all in kind of merging it together. It's very interesting because y'all kind of said, so we talk about this here, and there's a brother, Gary Madison is in here, and this is a brother from my era. I say we grew up together, but we grew up in New York, and from junior high school we dressed in New York. When we were in junior high school, we dressed. Not dressed with suits, but we dress. We coordinate sneakers with jeans, with sweaters, turtlenecks. We learn how to dress. We learn how to do certain things that became appealing to not only ourselves, but appealing to the opposite sex. So there's a lot of things that as we grew up, there's certain things to do. Now, for us, women are attractive. We can be attracted to a lot of women, but when we start to make investment, I'm talking about from a man's point of view or from my point of view, when we start to make an investment, we know where we want to start and we want to know where we want to build from. You understand what I'm saying? I know, for instance, I can look at Veronica and I can look at Sophie and I can see certain things as women that they bring to the table. I ain't got to have to build because they've already have that established. And that is, as me, what I'm looking for to invest in. It's one thing to date, it's one thing to bed, but there's another thing to invest into somebody that is going to help each other build going on to the next level. Now, you made something said, Veronica, about this. Now, I'm only speaking from a man's point of view. I'm not going to throw it to the woman. When a woman takes, and what Victor said too, when you take something like Cole and you build them up, it's, I hate to say this, but sometimes it's like you become our mother figure. You're building us. You're teaching us things like you're our mother, not our wife. You're our mother. So then when you build us up and we become something, we start to believe in ourselves because we didn't see that potential. Now we learn how to dress because you show us how to dress. And you show, it's like a kid. I hate to say it. If a woman got to teach me some of these things, how to dress, put cologne on, she's being my mother almost. I hate to say it. Maybe y'all disagree. So then when we get to a different status, we're not the same person that you started with at the basement. Now we're on the penthouse. Our mindset change, our goals change at the end of the day. Not that we're not appreciative to you, but now our sights change. What we may be attractive or what attention, as Victor say, coming towards us now is different now. And that's why we change. And then you feel like you help build us and then we abandoned you. Well, you know what? That's true because you honestly had built us, but you made us into something that, I'm not saying bad, but in the sense of a different person. And now that person may not see you as they saw you when they was on that ground floor.
Yeah, I don't want to say mother. That sounds kind of, because I'm not
trying to say it, but unfortunately, that's how some of us do.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to be your mother. I want to be your best friend. That's what I want to be. I want to be your best friend. I want to be that person that you can, come to when you need me and you need to talk and a shoulder to lean on, cry on, or whatever. That's who I want to be. But I don't want to be your mother. I don't want it to be like I'm
But you're treating us like your son. You don't realize that some women in relationship treat us like your son.
But I'm saying I'm talking about on the side of building my friend, my boyfriend, my husband, whoever it may be, building them up. I'm not trying to be your mother. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. It's just by the way we're moving and the things that we're doing. Maybe we went to this fancy restaurant you never been before, and I'm building you up to be more open, but to other things besides Chick-fil-A. You see what I'm saying? Now you with this other female, and that's all y'all do now. You go to that fancy restaurant, or you're doing all these things that I showed you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using it as an example that I'm not trying to be your mother. I'm just exploring different things to you that you have not been explored to before, if that makes sense.
I understand what you're saying.
So what Fatim is explaining is from the male perspective. And what he's saying is, I've experienced that, what he's talking about. Some women, you will be perceived as like our mother when you get that dominance in you. Put this on. I want you to wear this shirt. I want you to do this, do this, do this. What'd your doctor say yesterday? That's some shit my mama gonna ask me, not my spouse. You looking at it as if you're looking out for me. I'm telling you, you talking to me like you my mama.
By me telling you, oh, babe, wear this shirt right here. I think this shirt will look good on you. And plus, we'd be like, we're kind of matching a little bit. Just wear this shirt instead of that shirt. So you thinking I'm being like a mother to you just because I want us to look nice when we step out?
You can church it up however you want to church it up.
I'm not churching it up. That's
you real. You churching it up. If I'm telling you, we are
telling you this, you're not listening.
I am listening, but it makes no sense to me.
That's the point. That's the point. What we're saying.
If I want my man to look nice when we step out together, what is wrong with it?
So my opinion don't matter. If I think I look nice in a t-shirt and some jeans, and you want me to put a blazer on, that's some shit my mama gonna tell me. Boy, go put some better shit on and let's go.
If we're going to a fancy restaurant, you're gonna wear a t-shirt in what did you say?
I should know better than that. I should know better than that.
You
That's
should know
what I'm
better.
saying.
Well,
I should know better than that.
You're saying that, but everybody doesn't think that way. Yes, you're right. I went 212.76. I'm sitting up in this place, and I seen people. I got on a sports coat, and I had a dude in there eating the same meal that I had on with a t-shirt on. And guess what? We got the same service, and we got the same service, and we both left there. It don't matter what you got on, but by you telling me what looks nice to you, it's like you trying to control me now.
So y'all don't want your other half.
See?
No, I'm asking the question. So y'all don't want your other half to tell you all things
Tell?
like
No, not tell you.
Tell.
Suggest once in a while.
suggest,
Hanifa
ask, whatever.
I mean, Hanifa,
You want to sugarcoat it?
but no, we're not sugarcoating. We're doing what you said. You said build up. Teach them how to dress. Teach them the cologne. You're teaching them from the bottom up, Veronica. You're not just suggesting once in a blue moon. You said teach. You used the word teach. Teach them how to dress. Teach them how to do cologne. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you did. So what I'm saying is that Hanifa could suggest back when my late wife could suggest certain things. I didn't have a problem with it. Sometimes I went to her. What do you think? This, that, and the other. But when the way you explained it, that sounds like a mother. And when we men tell you this, you want to buck at us.
I'm not
and we're
bucking.
telling you this.
How is that? How is that telling you? How is that acting like a mother?
Because you're teaching us like we're your son. You don't teach a grown man. You don't teach a grown man like that. You don't talk to a grown man like that.
By suggesting to him to
You
wear
didn't use that word. You used the word teach earlier.
And then you said
okay.
tell.
Teach.
There's a big difference.
No,
you can't do that. Not to a grown man. You turn us off.
Words mean something.
Y'all turn us off by acting the way y'all acting right now.
So why you pushing it back off on us?
Yes, you asked us a question and we respond, and now you pushing it back. Why you bucking with us men? The question is to us men. If we tell you what it is, then it is what it is.
Sophie, can you please jump in?
Oh no! Shit, no, hell no. Answer that. You see how she tried to answer?
Because I thought I put it as plainly as possible when I said, so you all wouldn't want your significant other to suggest.
You said tail. You said tail. You said tail.
Tell,
teach,
preach, spit, get on the toilet, pee, whatever you want to call it. You wouldn't want your significant other to tell you, ask you to change or to put something on like, hey, babe, put on a blazer. We're going to blah, blah, blah. Y'all wouldn't want that? So y'all just want to dress the way y'all want to dress?
Yes.
Okay.
Ain't you dressed the way you want to dress? Don't you dress the way you want to dress?
I do.
Okay,
but I feel like if my man is, if we're getting ready to go somewhere and he say, babe, hey, put on something nice because we're going to this fancy restaurant. I'll be like, okay, babe. I'm not going to say, you're not going to tell me what to do. You're not going to tell me how to dress. I'm going to follow the assignment and I'm going to put on something nice like he asked me to.
And a grown man knows what to put on. I don't need to be told by my wife what to put on.
Some men don't.
I don't need a grown man. She said that just now. What did she say? A grown man can't learn from women.
I didn't say anything about a man learning from a woman.
You used the word teach earlier.
You did say teach.
You did. And that's again, you asked, you put it out there. You gave from the ground floor up to the penthouse. You raised this man from the ground floor to the penthouse. And then you said, now he goes down, you trained him and he stepped out and he left you and went to another woman because he is not the same person that once you got him on that ground floor. So now his appetite may have changed and his attraction to you may have also changed.
If you met me with a t-shirt on, I'ma still wear my damn t-shirt. You know who you got.
Thank you so much. Y'all can learn. Thank you.
Learn. What are we learning? If I don't feel
He said-
comfortable in
he
what
said-
you telling me, if you suggesting, telling, whatever, if I'm telling you, you said, baby, can you put this blazer on? I don't want to wear that.
We can learn from a woman. Yeah, we can learn from a
No,
child.
don't switch it up now.
No, because she said it was a question. I was reading it as a statement. She came back and said she was asking it as a question. I read it as a statement. So we can learn. We can learn from children. We can learn from a grown woman. But Veronica, let me just. I'm gonna just say this straight. This is not personal in a mean way. Men that are grown men don't need a woman to teach us.
Not a damn thing.
Teach us how to dress, teach us to put on cologne. I have nothing but cologne and oils back there. As a grown man, I was raised by a parent and I was raised to become a man. Once I become a man, I can learn things. I'm open to learn. But to hear a woman taking a man, we're just telling you, when you take a man from the ground floor, it feels like you become his mother. We're telling you how it feels as a man.
No.
We're telling you how it feels.
But
Now
see,
you can bitch and moan about it. We as men are telling you, and this is why I say, women, stop telling us men how we feel when you ask us how we feel, and we tell you how we feel. Stop coming back at us when we tell you how we feel, because we're giving you the answer.
No, you giving the answer from your perspective. You're not speaking for all men.
But you asked us men, so we're giving it to you. Both me and Victor giving it to you.
Because half of these men in the comments are not agreeing with what y'all saying. Some
And
men
how
will
would you
love,
do?
some men will love for their woman to suggest.
Don't get me started on some of them either.
Wait a minute.
What man agreed with you?
Wait a minute.
I didn't see one yet.
Tyrone was one.
I didn't see it.
Some
He said
men
about learning.
will love for their woman to give them suggestions about what to put on. And some men will be just like you all. Some men don't want to hear it. Some men don't want their woman telling
I don't mind a suggestion, but the way you said it, teach and dress him and put on cologne. No, I don't need a woman to do that for me.
Teaching is learning. Learning is teaching. Same thing.
Yeah, I don't need a woman to teach me how to dress. I don't need a woman. I don't mind suggesting. Yeah, I don't mind a woman suggesting, but not teaching me.
Same
dress.
So
I'm not, how can I teach you to dress and you're 50 and 60, 40 years old? How am I teaching you how to dress?
You use the word, Veronica.
So what? Teach.
So what? How are you going to say so what if you use the word? How do you say so what? We're responding to what your statement is.
So how many times you use the word and you changed it up? Or why are you running?
But why you
let it go?
Let Sophie go. Let Sophie go, because we disagree.
I use teach one time. Let it go. Okay. Suggest. Let me change it up. If I suggest you put on a blazer, will you be okay with that? Or are you going to?
I don't have a problem with a suggestion time to time. No.
But you didn't say that. I'm not trying to be your mother. I'm saying
we responded to your statement. You can't get upset for our response to your statement.
I'm getting upset because you keep using the word teach. Let it go.
And we responded to what your statement was. That's all.
Oh, God.
Go ahead, Sophie.
Oh, God.
You know why Sophie ain't gonna say nothing, bro? Because she agreed with us. I get it. I get it. Sophie, I understand why you don't want to say nothing.
I don't have the energy to be in a debacle and argue. But I will say that I think a lot of times as women, especially like the initial, and you talk about like the South. I mean, I don't know about anywhere else, but seemingly when we get into relationships, especially like at younger ages, like the idea is that we are in that position to be and do that thing. Like if you think about a lot of the relationships and marriages, like our maybe grandparents and all of that, like I mean, that was kind of the thing. Like grandma ironed granddaddy clothes, laid them out, he put on whatever she laid out.
Yep.
I can't say that I ever agreed with that personally. And I'm not the type of woman where I would If you feel like you look good in what you got on, then I'm just not that person. I might say, so you that would be my question. Like, you feel good about what you got on? And if he good, then I'm good. But I
Facts.
think the debacle with the whole suggesting and then telling and teaching and all of that, I mean, I guess it's like it's kind of synopsis, but then at the same time, it depends on the tone. It depends on the delivery. Um, I think that average man would, because you'll come back and say, they like, why you let me go out like this? You know, if she saw that, like, babe, like we going to a place and everybody's wearing a, like you were saying, like a sports jacket. So like, why wouldn't you tell me? You know, I think it's just about the relationship, the grounds of it, like the friendship. If it's there and and that's what it was founded on, and then it's a thing where I can be like free like that, like, babe, like you need to put on something else. Like that ain't what they're gonna be wearing. Versus we wearing purple today. And so this what I've seen that. I've never been. I mean, I ain't that girl. So like I don't, and I don't think that's what Veronica was saying, like just controlling the whole scenario of outfit.
Not at
Like
all.
it just kind of went left. But I
God.
mean, I just think that it should be a thing. Like if I'm like, or like I've heard men say things like, okay, you wore that. If you was my woman, you wouldn't wear that to church, for instance. It's just like, well, why? Well, I'm just saying, if you was my woman, you wouldn't wear that. So and then it's the thing of like just being willing to compromise a little is and just know what your person likes. I mean, suggesting doesn't hurt a thing. I don't know. I just don't see it as being such a big deal
So
personally.
what you saying is you were very, very, very selective with your words, and it is what it is. But I will say this: um, words mean something, and once you say it, it is what it is. So, um, if no matter how you ask me to pick out something, like you said, the tone and the delivery is everything. You know what I'm saying? And depending on the mood or where we going, I may or may not decide to go with it. But just be accepting for me to tell you no. Now, what we're saying is when it comes down to a relationship, there are times that the woman is perceived as a mother-like figure to her man in certain situations. It may not be all, it may not be every man, but at some point in time, I believe the majority of the men have said to their woman, "You act just like my mama."
Yeah. Or you
Or
trying to
that's
be my
something
mama.
my mama would say, or that's something
Yeah.
my mama would do.
And
I
and then
just feel
now
that way.
too, I think that is because we can get in, if we're in that mode, like you know, with my past. And so like, I mean, we had a child together. I already had two, he had two. On top of the fact of his two having different moms, you know what I'm saying? And then they're in my care. I was in mama mode all the time, and so then it would be those moments where I'm trying to like say we took family pictures. Um, I'm coordinating everything. So I'm like with him, I'm like, hey, the colors I envisioned was this. I remember I gave him the option to, you know, pick out what he wanted. But the kids, like I had us all coordinated, and then it was like he looking at me like, I don't know what to wear. So then it's just like, then I mean, I move like, so I made sure. But then when I look back, it was just like, I just know for me personally, all that gone. Like, ain't not now nigga got ever worry about me worrying about they draw nothing. Like
You stuck on the
I'm just
clothes.
not interested because that's been exhausted. But I would say if I could go back, I would have, if I would have, hindsight is 2020. So like, if I could go back, knowing what I know now, everything would be different. I mean, well, everything would be completely different. But when it comes to that, I think a lot of times it's just not really knowing who we are anyway as individuals. Like, I didn't know, I'm not even that version of myself anymore. So like, my next relationship, it would be complete. I don't even know what it would look like, to be honest, because my kids are older. I got one little one, but I ain't interested. I'm not interested in, and I can't even really see things from the way that I did see them then. We would have to have an amazing friendship and respect for each other. And so his style would probably be what would attract me to him anyway. I wouldn't want to change it, but if he got like uh you know, like when you had that velvet on, if you had lint all over it, then I would feel led to make sure that I didn't let you go out linting, because velvet can definitely hold some lint,
Fine.
but otherwise, like, I mean, hey, like, I would not want to change Vic, because like what Vic put together, that's Vic. And I'm with Vic because I love Vic and I love his style. Like, and so it is what it is. And so I mean, that's where I'm at now. But I can't understand why a lot of times, and see relationships now where I'm just looking like, Lord have mercy. I don't think that dude would have wore that if she didn't make him. You know,
Right.
I just don't really agree with it. I think that we need to know at this point in life. I really believe that the biggest thing is knowing who you are, and if you can really discover your person, who you are as an individual, then your choices are going to be different anyway. You're not
Right.
going to even choose, like you said earlier, like women be choosing the same niggas over and over again, and nothing changed. Like, I believe that all of that changes when you work on yourself. Like, why you want that kind of dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do you want that type of
And
dude
that's what I
anyway?
was saying, Sophie. That's what I was saying. And for me to be in a relationship, and because I was in a relationship 32 years, don't mean to me I know everything. But when me and my late wife would go shopping, she one of the things she hate. She didn't have the patience for shopping. So we would go out shopping, and I had the patience with her. I didn't pick her stuff out. She may ask, "How does this look on me?" I'll give her my opinion. You understand? She wasn't going out shopping with me because she didn't dress me, and she like when we got together, one of the things attributes that she liked about me back then, I worked in corporate America, so I'm in suit and ties majority of the time, and then when I'm casual, I'm in sweatsuits, I'm in jeans, but everything is coordinated and matched. So dressing was never an issue there in that department. We work together as a unit. We suggest when we need to suggest. You understand? But she has told me plenty of times, I'm not your mother. I'm not going to be doing this and I ain't going to be doing that. I ain't picking up after you. I know we're a unit, and I don't mind once in a while you tired, this, that, and other. But I'm not your mother. Don't assume that I'm gonna always do that. And that's what I'm saying. It comes down to what you said, knowing and respecting one another at the end of the day, and giving them that respect. And honestly, what got you there? But I do go back to the letter in the sense of when you build somebody up, how they sometimes you do build a person up, and once you build them up and make them this nice shiny person, they do sometime leave you.
I just
And
think that that's so manipulative. And why so okay, I mean, again, now I'm speaking from a place of being married twice. I've and I can't say right now today, looking at both of them in their relationships. One is married, the other one about married, and so, and I respect it. I I think the thing about me is, and I think the problem is with a lot of people, like, you don't own nobody.
right,
That's the problem. And even with my kids, I feel like this, like, it's moments where they even, like the older ones, they're like, kind of seemingly wanting me to say certain things. I'm not saying, I just am so big about, I want you to do what it is that you want to do. Because what I don't want is you to come back around and be like, well, I just did it because you told me.
Mm-hmm.
Or that ain't really, I mean, I just did it because I mean, that hurt so bad for to be told, well, I just did it because I just went with it. Don't just went with it. Like, tell me what it is. Like, we don't have to agree. You don't have to agree with me. You know what I'm saying? I think that we can come to compromises. But like, it ain't nothing. And I know for a fact in the last one, when I left, you even tried to like replicate everything that from decorating to all kind of stuff because like I showed you that
That's the
to
kind of stuff I'm
detergent.
talking
Like
about.
my baby can come home now. All I smell is that when I was ridiculed for using about 50 dryer sheets. That's just what I like. But guess what? Now you do that. So I'm not mad at that. I actually
Right.
am that. I'm really one of the people like, if you get it, then I'm happy. I don't have to get no credit for it. If you got it from me and you don't give me no credit, so be it. Whatever. Like the truth about it is, I know that, and that where I go into like the word of God. Like every round go higher and higher. I feel like if I sit there, I think what happens is if it's anger there, if it's like I'm looking at him and I'm like, golly, he doing everything that I thought, that I built him, I made him. No, like you shouldn't even be looking back. I'm not looking, I'm not
Right.
paying any attention. I'm not paying enough attention to cause me to go to such a sore place that then stagnates my growth, that then causes me to operate in this bitter place. And that's usually what happens with us women. Because we be like, well, because we feel like, again, I mean, he wouldn't be doing all of that if it wasn't for me. Like my oldest kid's dad, he told me like, and he done said it so many times, so I could just say it. He's thanked me. He has thanked me. It's like so much, and he feels bad in moments because I don't get to enjoy the fruit of my labor. I'm like, baby, do her right and we good. You know what I'm saying? But that's me. I believe that a lot of times, again, women can be so stuck. And I know I thought about it today. I was trying to make something happen today. And it just, I just look at it like this. If it was for me and for it to happen, it would have happened. It's just not the time. I'm okay with God's timing, right? And so, but I'm human. And then being a single woman, mom, I don't have anybody to call. Like, it ain't like I can just call my daddy or, call anybody, to be honest. And I was riding with Trent and not saying nothing, but just thinking and just how hard it is. A lot of women, it's hard out here. It's hard out here. Like me and a friend of mine was like, like, you working? Yeah, I'm working. If I don't work, I don't get paid. He like, oh, I don't work, I don't get paid either. Okay, well then we in the same boat. But it is a difference, and a lot of times I think because of fear is so intoxicating, debilitating. And a lot of women hit moments. And so, like, if it was a relationship where they felt like, hey, I do this, and it's sad to say, it is motive. It's motive. I do this, and he see how great I am. He ain't never gonna, he ain't gonna never do. And that ain't true. And we lie to ourselves thinking that. And it should never be a thing of where we holding somebody captive because, oh, I showed him how to do that. Like, okay, well now he doing that and doing it with a little twist because please believe it
Bless
ain't
his
gonna be the
heart.
exact same way with you that was with you with her. So like it ain't. I don't even feel bad. Like that's just like with hair. I can show you. All of us can do hair, and I can know a style, and none of y'all know it. And I'll show you the way that I do it, and I'll still be confident in the way that I do it because neither now one of y'all gonna do it the exact same way
Exactly the way.
that
Yeah.
I do it. And so that's why I'm saying identity matters. A lot of people don't want to do the work to discover who they really are. They rather replicate. Oh, I saw this on TV. This how relationships supposed to go. Or I read this. Or like my mom and them. Or like you said earlier, Vic, people be like, "Nah, that's too much and it's inappropriate. You don't need to be doing that. You got to be careful." Like, we care too much about what other people think to dare to discover who we are. And usually by the time we do possibly come to these places, we already got kids with other people. We done been married or been in enough relationships to where, and breakups to where it's just like we're exhausted. So
Yes.
then it's like, well, what do we do? I just think that we just gotta let go of this whole thing, this idea of we own somebody. You don't own nobody. Even if you married to them, you don't own them.
Listen, my mama, my mom, I call Reverend Pierre, may she rest in peace. But she told me a long time ago when I was going through it with my ex, and she was like, "You you don't own him. He's not yours. He do not belong to you. We all belong to God. No one belongs. I mean, we can say our husband, we can say our boyfriend. They don't belong to us. I learned that a long time ago. But we
I just
want
want to.
they
Okay, I'm
want
sorry.
they want we want them to treat us right, and we want to believe that we're the only one. You know what I'm saying? But we don't. You're right. We don't own anyone. Go ahead, Fatim.
So two things is a little slightly off this, but real quick, I was saying to somebody before about once you have been loved and love someone, um, that feeling of just the point of love becomes easier. And with Veronica and Sophie, and I watch. I mean, Veronica, you put more posts out there of what you're doing. Sophie, I see you put more personal posts, and I feel for you sisters looking from the outside in. That from my perspective, that bring a lot to the table, and you're doing it by yourself. I feel for y'all sisters, and the reason why I feel for your sisters because I was in a relationship for 32 years, and my late wife, because of her sickle cell, even though she wanted to work, I didn't want her to work because I just felt that an employer would not understand and put demands on her that she would push herself when she was sick and make herself worse, and then putting into our children. So I put more responsibility on my back, but that's what, I decided, I was willing to do there. But the reason why I said I feel for your sisters, not sorry for your sisters, but feel for your sisters, because I like what Sophie said. We don't own one another, and you don't know how it is to be in a relationship where a woman is doing her due and she know that her man is doing his due, and they come together and work together. And for me, I appreciate that. I can look back. My late wife is not here. Did I make mistakes? Yes, I made mistakes. I'm not going to sit there and say, everything was perfect. But I look back 32 years, it was not very hard for our relationship because we were on the same page. We were in the same book and pretty much on the same page, but we still were individuals. You understand what I'm saying? She needed me, especially to advocate when she was sick or in the hospital. And I needed her for the support with me doing 2 jobs and doing extracurriculum stuff out there in the community. We needed one another, and we came together to raise those girls into beautiful adult women. But I feel for y'all women that do it alone, and you're looking, when I use the word looking, that you're open for a good man to come in your life, because I know what it takes, what you're looking for, and you're looking for somebody to love you, to respect you. And it's not about ownership, it's about partnership. And that's why I say I feel for your sister.
So I want to say this, and I'm not trying to be funny. I swear to God, I truly feel. If I don't belong to you, I belong to the fucking streets. Own me, baby. If I ain't yours, I belong to the streets. Stake your claim with me.
But then you say you don't want nobody telling you what to wear.
I say a lot of shit. But guess what?
So that ain't really how you feel.
I say a lot of shit.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, listen, Veronica just used the word teach. That's listen. It's just a play on words. But I'm gonna tell you something. If I'm yours, treat me like I'm yours. But don't treat me like I'm your child. See, we got on about the clothes, but basically the conversation started off about you treating us as a mother figure. I don't want to date my mama. There's a difference in you treat me like I'm your man and treat me like I'm your child. There's a big difference. But if you love me, it's some ownership day, baby
See, now,
girl.
okay, so if we go a little bit deeper on that, like what you're saying, like on real talk, like for real, if we in a relationship, then like, yeah, like that's almost like, it's almost involuntary. Like, so like if I allow you in and you in, then that is not even a question. You know what I'm saying? But like, if we still trying to figure it out, and I don't know, like, but yeah, if we've made it to that place and we are in a actual relationship, then yeah, I mean, I'm glad you clarified, because it made it seem like this thing with the, I mean, I would hope that it would be like you say, it's a play on words. I get it, but like ultimately, it is a thing of like, if your woman suggesting that you wear whatever because of whatever, you'd be open, and that's what you just said that you would be.
I would be
Because
open. That don't mean I'm gonna put it on. Basically,
right,
babe, I want to see you in this versus, and I'm just not saying nobody said it. Babe, can you put this on? I want to do this versus put this on. I want to see you in this. It's the presentation. Not saying
right.
that anybody said that. I'm just stating.
And who will say that?
Oh,
That's
you
that's
got,
definitely like telling somebody what to do.
you definitely got you got some out there, both men and women, that will say, put this on because we going to my mama house and da 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 da. And it could come off as that. All I'm saying is this: it's some ownership in a relationship. I don't give a fuck what you say. My man, my woman. That's ownership. Claim your stake with me. Because if you don't, I'm for the fucking streets. I might put that in one of my next rhymes. Claim your stake with me. Because if you don't, I'm for the fucking streets. That's it.
Well, winter, exactly. There is a
As
difference.
John say, another week of not helping
Right.
a damn soul.
Winter says there is a difference between demanding and suggestion. Absolutely. Tyrone says if I tell my woman not to spend, I'm not being her father. I'm being her partner. Absolutely, there's ways of saying things like I want my partner to be my best friend. I want us to be able to talk to one another, suggest things to one another. My last relationship, I never had to tell my ex what to put on, or suggest what to put on, or because I'm not that person. But if they ask, like my relationship before that, he used to ask, what tie should I wear with this shirt? Or what should I put on to do this or do that? Okay, if you're asking me, hey, sometimes that make us feel good. You're asking, so that means you clearly care about how I feel.
Unless you miss it.
Y'all like to bill a nigga now.
Yeah,
Y'all
or a needy individual. I agree with that, Veronica, because sometimes you wanna feel that, hey, what do you think? But when it becomes to the point of needy, and then the partner feeds into that neediness, then it can create a problem.
Yeah.
That can create the problem.
Like,
If
I'm
you
not
needy,
nobody,
and then they feed into that neediness, then that own, because I understand what you talk about claiming my man, my husband, my wife. I got that, because that respect and that love, that's yours, and I understand what that means. But you still want that individuals, you want that partnership, but you still want that individual that you can still grow as an individual and grow as a team and grow as a unit. And that's what a healthy relationship is about. Some people, and I think it goes back to what I think you said, Veronica, or it becomes up to the people, how they relate. My ex and Hanifa, two different women, two different relationships, totally different relationships, and a more thriving relationship. That's why for me to get into a relationship now, I can't go through the pettiness. From what we had, I can't go back. upwards. So certain little things, looking in the phones and all this and this, I just, that's not what it's about. It's about partnership, enjoying one another, trusting one another, and loving one another. And that's what it is. And I'm going to, you know, all what I move as a single person, I'm not going to move exactly the same as a person in a relationship. No, because I'm going to invest in my relationship. And that's the most important thing to me. So things on the outside, I will have to cut off if I have to cut off to make sure that my relationship thrives.
Absolutely. It's a team effort, if you ask me.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's what relationships
Definitely.
are about, being a team. You know, I just don't like the fact of I'm over here and you're over here. I want us here together. That's my whole thing. So, oh, final thoughts on this letter.
Otherwise, what are we doing?
Otherwise, what are we doing? Absolutely.
What? Y'all tripping.
When it comes to a relationship, it's about team effort. You don't agree with that, Victor?
No. You saying, maybe I misunderstood what y'all were saying. You were saying he's over here, you're over here. If we're not together, like you're saying, in sharing the same space or sharing the same idea.
Not on the same page, not being on the same page.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm sorry. I'm with you.
All right. So, what are your final thoughts on the letter? Men, we'll let you go first because this was, about you all pretty much.
Victor, you want me to go first?
Go ahead, bro.
So I'll just say to the young lady, transparency is cool. It's just the mindset that of this whole perception of, you say men. So the way you say it's like all men lie, and that's not true. You got to go into a relationship and go in there if you're going into a relationship not trusting, then where are you going from? You go in there trusting, and if that person gives you something not to trust, then you move on. But I do agree with what you said about transparency, that us men need to be more open and transparent. I agree with that, since you asked us men that we need to be more transparent, but you got to get that, unless, again, like Victor said, that it seems like you've been hurt because you kind of painted all men with a broad brush, all men lie, and that's not true.
Mm.
So with the transparency thing, I think people just, how can I say this? When you choose somebody, you're choosing this person based on their outer perception. And then the more you get to know this person, I think people change in order to be with people. I don't like the fact that people want the partner that they choose to be upfront and honest in the beginning. I don't think life works that way, because I don't know you that well in order for me to spill my whole life goals and what I'm doing to you, because you're not that important to me at this moment. So when I first meet you, day 4, day 5, if I'm telling you I'm dating a whole bunch of people and I'm just this open and wild and free person, I'm not going to tell you no shit like that. But as we start to build and I realize that our relationship is getting greater, I'm going to start to teeter away from the shit that I was doing. So in the beginning, when you ask these type of questions, you may get an answer that you're not ready to hear, because sometimes you don't warrant those type answers. And I'll tell people quick, we ain't there for you to be asking me shit like that. So I'm not going to answer your question. On the second date, you asking me how many women I'm texting, ain't none of your damn business. Just know that you one of them. But if we've already shared a sexual encounter, or we shared some space together, we done met some family members, those are the type of questions then that I better be fucking answering. And you better be too. But I think sometimes you want people to be so transparent so early that you gonna turn somebody away from you. How the fuck you gonna ask me the first time you meet me, how many people you texting? Well, fuck, I'm texting everybody. Because I'm single. The fuck
That's
when somebody
transparency.
that's
That's
but
transparency, man.
that's not what you want to hear.
Right.
Let's
That
get
you want the
some
truth,
shit.
but they say they want the truth.
But that's my truth at that moment. Once we get to know each other and maybe we look like we may be compatible, then ask me that shit and see if the answers change.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
If you ain't truthful in the beginning, how will the answers change? If you don't tell them the truth in the beginning, the answers
But
won't change because they will never know.
But where's the beginning? We can't start at the beginning on day one. That can't be the beginning.
I agree with that. I agree with that on day one. But as the days go by, more questions will come out.
There's always two dates. The date that you think the relationship start, and the date the relationship actually starts. It's always two dates. Always.
I can agree with pretty much everything you said.
Sophie?
Yeah, like I just think that I mean I just think that yeah, us as women, we just need to pay attention to what's being not just what's being said, but then also those actions. And especially if it's in alignment. If what they're saying and aligns with what they're doing, then take it as Bible, you know? And I think that instead of us going into that next part of our creative minds of feeling like he told me he talking to I ain't the only person he talking to, but maybe he just like we just got to stop doing that and just really allow ourselves to receive what it is that you guys say in the beginning. And and then just kind of let you guys do what I feel is order and let y'all lead. Because if you showing me that I just think that we need to do that. I think we try a lot of times as women, we just be doing too much. I mean, I can say that in thought for sure. I'm guilty of that. Cause then it's just like, okay. And I'm like, and then it's like, oh, okay, I'm so big on adjustments right now, just making those personal adjustments because if I have a problem and you don't, then I'm the problem. So I need to make the adjustments so that then there's no problem. I go back to this, and this would be my closing. About it was this book I read, and it was just talking about how we come to places about when it comes to boundaries, and it was like one column was about accessibility column, and then the other one is responsibility. And so if you give a person a level 10 uh, access to you, but then they're only demonstrating themselves to be responsible on like a level 4, then that's when the adjustment needs to be made. Like I'm giving you too much access to me. You ain't responsible with by what I've observed of your actions and how you've been, governing yourself from that. And so then I need to make the adjustment. And so that's my thing. I think that if we pay attention and stop just doing like we do, fantasizing as far as like what we think and the potential and all of that, we'll be better.
You know the name of that book, Sophie?
Open
I
for
do.
What is the name of that book?
It's called Good Boundaries and Goodbyes.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
And the author name is Lisa Lysa.
Good boundaries and good vibes, right?
Goodbyes.
Right. Got it.
I do feel like we look into, and then we're going to get off here. I do feel like we as women, we look for things too soon, maybe like looking for things to work out, looking for this to be the one, looking for them to change some things about them, even when they say they're not ready for this or they're not ready for that. We be too quick to want something, especially if we think that they are the one, like we are, oh, we'll be good for one another, like, oh, we so compatible, like sometimes we do need to just fall back and just pay attention more before we jump into things. All great final thoughts. Thank y'all so much. Two comments I wanted to get to, and that's Nicole Harris. She said it's best to stay single. And Carol says, final thoughts. Some men need help with fashion to align with the woman.
You
But
know what? That's some of the most narcissistic shit that I heard. That is crazy. I don't the hell I want to align with a woman for. I'm a man. That don't even make sense.
oh gosh. Oh, did I say winters treat a relationship like partnership and not trying to control them? Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, thank y'all so much for watching tonight. We appreciate each and every one of you. This is Tangy Tea of Life, where we talk about any and everything. If you would like to be a guest on the show, if you have an email letter, if you have a topic suggestion, email us tangyteaoflife@gmail.com. And once again, we appreciate all of you so much for tuning in. Sophie, if you can say the name of that book one more time.
Good boundaries and goodbyes. It has a subtitle like knowing when. I
I don't
can't
know if you
remember,
see it. You
but
can't see it. There you go.
yeah, Lisa Lysa Turkis.
Yeah. It's
Turkis.
Lisa Lysa Turkis is Terkeurst.
It's so good.
Yeah, and you taught me something
It
tonight, but because somebody had been in the chat, KC was talking about sometimes you give too much access and you got to look at what they're giving you back. If you giving them too much access, you got
they're
to make that
irresponsible.
adjustment. And
Have
you
to.
got, yeah, and that's something
And she
that,
breaks down like through scenario like how to scale. That's what I was talking about in a post about scaling back. You learn how to scale back, because I mean it's one thing to say, oh, I got to make some adjustments, and it's just like, okay, how to do that, especially if you are, you come from that place of just being so willing like me, and it's just like, oh, so setting boundaries has like changed my whole life. I ain't had none, and I was allowing, from parents to family, everybody was just
Yeah.
it's like you got to
Had
stand
something to say.
up.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep. Absolutely. Well, thank y'all so much, Sophie, my girl. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate you always sitting in
yes. Thank you for
with
having
us.
me.
Brother Fatine, all the way from WBLS radio station, New York. Appreciate you, my brother. And Vic White, all the way from Flowtown.
Effingham.
Bethlehem.
Damn. Appreciate you, Vic.
John Paul Jones Road.
and our sister
Uh-oh.
Veronica.
Thank you so much.
I'm back on the stage, baby.
Okay. When? I know you wasn't going nowhere. Come on. When you
This
back?
this Sunday. This Sunday.
Where?
I can't think of the name of the place. Shit on Urban Street because open mic closed for a minute. So they I got invited this Sunday, but I wasn't finished. So I finally wrote some shit and I'm going this Sunday.
What time?
Oh, Irby?
Yeah, the old live wire.
Downtown Florence? Oh, yeah.
The
No.
old live wire next to Dunkin' Donuts. The Krispy Kreme donuts. The old Krispy Kreme donuts on Urban Street.
What about a bus station?
Bus
Yeah.
station. Yeah.
What's right there?
There used to be a
Live
hospital
wire?
over there too. Yeah.
What
Lord.
time?
What time, Vic?
I don't. I think they
You
do
don't
it
have to
3 to
like
8.
let us know.
In the daytime, hopefully.
Yeah, it'll be in the
What
daytime.
on Urban Street? You say live wire?
It used to be called live wire.
Yeah, it's
but
near the bus station and
I
where,
remember. I
like you
know
said,
where.
Chris.
Okay, I didn't know nothing was
You have
over
to
there.
turn down a little road.
yeah.
Little side road.
Yeah. Little side road.
You just got to give us the time, Vic.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you ain't coming. So
How comes? I'm on vacation after Friday,
Sophie
bro.
and I be there.
I'm on vacation.
I'm gonna tell you something.
I'm having a really bad.
Right.
I'll be there, Victor. I'll be there.
So many declines. Shit, nigga, you don't get no more invites from me.
I just need the time. Just with the time.
Yeah,
Let us
All right.
know, Vic. I might be tearing down some walls, but let me.
Muddy and standing.
Muddy.
Muddy
Yep,
waters.
the job got to get done this weekend, honey. Miss Carol is going to be in town this weekend, so she might tag along as well. She's be in town for the holidays. So yeah, it'll be good to see her coming all the way from Texas. But all right, guys. So we're gonna get out of here. Thank y'all so much. Yes, pause, Nicole. Absolutely. See y'all. Have a great night. Thank y'all so much for watching Sanctity of Life. Once again, we appreciate y'all each and every Tuesday. Have a great week. Love upon one another and live this thing called life to the fullest. Enjoy yourselves. All right. Until then, I'll get with you, Carol, and let you know for sure. After Victor give us information. All right. See y'all later. Have a great night.
Buenas
Bye.
noches.
Heart.